Yo, what is going on, bro? What? Where we at again?
The V spot?
The V spot with the blue lights?
The blue lights in the back.
The blue lights on today, yo. I'm super excited. We're back out here with another music interview. I'm hyped. We've been trying to get this one. And who we here with today, bro?
J Lotus, you know what it is.
I'm super excited, and we're gonna get right into the first question I want to ask is, how'd you get your name? Like, where does the J Lotus come from?
The Lotus comes. All right, so I'm gonna keep it honest with you. My mom gave me the name.
Your mom.
She gave me the idea. At first, I was JB Lotus because my name is Jaden Brown, so I had the initials. But J Lotus kind of flowed better. You know what I'm saying? And the whole idea behind the lotus is that a lotus flower grows in filthy conditions, and it turns into a beautiful flower. And that's kind of what my whole idea is with my music, is that I came from a place that isn't where I'm trying to go. You know what I'm saying? So it's growing through adversity and just the beauty in that. And that's where all my biggest influences hit me the hardest, is where they said that I came from the mud and now I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you, bro. That's a dope meaning behind it. You definitely got to ask the question to find it out for sure. It don't sound that deep when you first
I
hear
didn't think it was that
it.
deep either. I thought you just saw flowers, like, you know what, that's fire. I like to ask you, when did you, like, start making music per se? Like, a year ago, 2 years ago, something that you've been doing, but you finally took it serious? Or, like, you was just like, all right, let me start from base one and then build it up from there?
So music's been a part of my life for my whole life, but I never took it seriously, and I played a couple instruments growing up. I like to freestyle with my friends type shit, but it was really about a year ago at this point where I really got into it and started recording myself, listening back and writing down bars, because I never wrote no lyrics or nothing until a year ago. And then I'm coming up on October 21st will be the 1 year anniversary of my first single.
Is there anything that like motivated you to start writing down those bars, or was it just your time?
Moment, actually.
A moment?
I'll remember clear as day. So, you know the J. Cole song, January 28th?
Yeah,
of course, J. Cole, baby.
Yeah,
you love J. Cole.
I'm listening to that shit, and that whole album, 2014 Forest Hill Drive, obviously is very
fire.
legendary. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to it thoroughly, trying to study it. You know what I mean? Because this is the first time where it's like, can I do this shit? Like, am I like blowing smoke up my own ass, or like what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I all of a sudden trying to be a fucking rapper? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to put the pieces together, and I listened to how he explained his whole journey with it, and it just struck, bro. Struck like a guitar chord type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit hit me. Like, and then I'm sitting there dead ass tearing up, realizing like what my upbringing was meant for. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all hit me, and I was like, okay, I can go forward with this. Yeah, like an epiphany. So, yeah, I'll never forget that moment was when I was like, okay, like, this shit's crazy, but I can do it. You know what I'm saying?
I wish I could see just from that moment to go straight to the pen and paper.
He's like, nah, I got to do this now.
Yeah, so the
next question
you know what I'm saying?
When you started writing those rhymes and stuff like that, what did you do with it? Did you go to band lab, or did you go to a studio, or did you conceal into your friends? What was the first thing you did with it?
That's a good question. I had a couple different avenues I took. So the first thing I did was I hit up a couple friends that I knew were already in the music game, just to see what they would feel. You know what I mean? Like, how am I doing type shit.
Yeah.
And they, I got a couple that hit me back and gave me some decent feedback. A couple people were like, yeah, it's all right. And then one person in particular really fucked with it. You know what I'm saying? And so I got with him and got around the studio just to get what the feel was like. And as soon as I got to the studio for the first time, I realized that I wanted to control the whole song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw him clicking faders and like putting EQs and compress. I was like, I like that shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Try to do the whole thing.
So that's when I moved to Band Lab and GarageBand on my phone and started cooking up beats.
Trying to learn and understand. Yeah,
the whole art of what hip hop was at the time. It wasn't too many other genres. Now it's a little bit more expanded, but at the time it was simply hip hop. You know what I mean? So from there, I fell in love, bro, with every aspect of making a song. So I invested, and now I got my own home studio. So I make everything at home type shit. Word, I appreciate it, dog. That shit is hard work, like the mixing and mastering, and dog.
Yeah, that seems hard.
Shit, yeah. My brain hurting, man.
So, like, what do you see this going in the future, type? Like, what are you hoping to gain from you doing this and building it up and have your own studio, learning how to make the beats and make your own lyrics? What do you see it going in the future?
Well, right now, I just got with a couple other artists for the first time. Because after I put out my first project that I mixed and mastered myself, I was like, okay, I might be able to do this for other people type shit.
Yeah.
So I took an avenue as a producer / engineer and got with a couple other artists and got them in the studio. We actually just recorded some shit the other day. So right now my goal is to see what I can do on that end and like, because I know I can rap and I know I can produce for myself, you know what I mean? So I want to see, can I get the best out of another artist as well? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at now, and I want to see how far that can go. You know what I mean?
So you like on some unselfless stuff, you try to see if you can help other people in. Yeah, okay.
Because that's how I help myself the most.
When I be in the studio and I see a producer or engineer working with an artist, just always give your unbiased opinion, bro. Always, no matter who it is in there, just always give them, because that's what they need most, for sure, bro. For sure, bro. 100%.
Good or bad, I ain't gonna lie. You need good and bad criticism. You can't just be yes man, because that's not gonna help them grow. Feel me?
That's the truth people don't want to hear.
Yeah, of course.
All right, bro. So the first time I met you, like, I met you mad long ago playing basketball and stuff like that. But music-wise, you came to the Keystone stage, bro. So you told me before that's like your home now.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that first time. It was me, you, Methodonics, some other people, and you showed me a snippet of a song. You're like, yo, bro, you were very excited.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, bro.
Had a little kid in me.
You showed me a snippet of your song, and it was really good, bro. It wasn't like amateur. Like, that's what I was expecting. A lot of people, like, when they see us or know that we do interviews, they're like, yo, can I show you a song, or you want to hear our music? Not a lot of time it's the best, but for the first, I think I asked you, I was like, how long you start, or something like that. And I was trying to, like, I couldn't believe it sounded good, so good for being so quick.
I appreciate that.
That's dope, for sure, bro. But, how do you feel like the Keystone stage is for you, bro? Like, Will, Sam, all those people, you love it there?
Yeah, man. So, like you said, the first time I was there was to attend another interview and with y'all type shit. So I got the whole vibe when I walked in there. I could tell as soon as I got in the door, I was like, oh, this is like a whole...
Oh, that shit was real, right? We had cameras on.
Yeah, bro.
You're like, oh, this is official.
Everywhere. Yeah, bro, I ain't no niggas' bedroom, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, damn, this is fire. I didn't know we had shit like this locally, you know what I mean? So that was another epiphany I had, that, like, wow, there's really shit going on in my town that I didn't know about. Like, I lived here my whole fucking life, and I didn't know the V-Spot was doing shit.
I didn't know the Keystone stage was a thing for mad.
There's a lot of things I didn't know either.
Yeah, so, like, God bless that I got that, you know, opportunity to go there and just literally, like you said, attend as I'm a fly on the wall, just watching how the interview's going. Because at the time, I was like a student. I was like, I might be trying to get into this rap shit. Let me see how a rapper carries himself. You know what I'm saying?
But that was one of the dopest interviews ever. The conversation we had off camera was like 2 hours long, bro.
We're talking about race and politics.
Everything, bro. It was the craziest conversation I ever seen.
Full-on conversation.
I remember the conversation because they were talking about race, and I was like, I can't put my opinion in this. So I was sitting in the back, I can't even say anything, right?
Adam actually said something that opened up the conversation.
Yeah.
And, like, we were like, nobody got to take offense to nothing, you know what I'm saying?
It's just conversation.
It was a long conversation for sure.
There was growth that happened in that room.
Yeah, that was a dope interview. But Mondays they do open mics. Yes, you pop out there all the time.
Yeah, every Monday, bro. I've been there every Monday since I found out about it, except one, except one type shit.
I see the live they do on Facebook, and you're getting comfortable, bro. You like move around, jump on the board. Do you feel? Yeah, for sure. I have to, bro. Do you feel like it's important to get on the stage and get comfortable quick?
All right, so. Ironically, bro, I feel like getting off the stage is, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I get up there and after I step down, that's when shit's live for me. Because I'm like, I'll always be a fan and a part of the crowd. Like, that's where my heart lies. I'm always going to be the guy in the audience with his fucking hands up. Everybody's dead and I'm going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I step down and I get in the crowd, it feels like I'm just vibing with them. You know what I mean? And that's what makes me connect and drop all the nervousness and anxiety. So then when I even step back on the stage, it's like I'm me, you know what I'm saying? We all here, we vibing to my music, and it's a whole like cycle effect, you know?
That's dope. And do you feel like the Keystone stage is important? Like people should be there more, bro? Like it's a dope setting.
Pull up, pop out to the Keystone stage. There's so much fucking talent there, bro. It's insane, and they put on like. They give people opportunities that deserve them. They see people and let them shine. And the biggest thing about them is, like you were saying earlier, they don't sugarcoat a goddamn thing, bro. No. They will tell you, they won't tell you you're trash, but they'll tell you what you can work on. And
and they will help you. There's every tool in that building for them to work with you. You just gotta be there, bro. All they want you to do is pop out. Nah, shout out Will and Sam for sure, bro. They're dope. And Paulie.
Oh, yeah. Check on your sister.
So, like, which one do you enjoy more? Like, producing it or, like, making your own music?
All right, that's something I'm battling with.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like You mean writing lyrics versus
like
making
writing lyrics
tracks?
versus
That's something I'm battling with because it's two different brains for me. It's almost two different people. Like it's a whole different ballgame. Because me writing is, I consider my pen to be like a sword, like a samurai.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like these words can change a lot. Yeah, exactly. Like when you hear what I'm talking about, it has a powerful effect. So that's a different mindset versus when I'm making a track. Making a track is strictly fun. Strictly having a good time.
So you're saying you gotta be cautious when you're writing, kinda?
I gotta be serious. Yeah. Be cautious and serious. Watch what I'm talking about. Watch what I'm saying. Not that I'm not trying to step on toes. Fuck that shit. But you know, like, it's not about that. But it's about what am I talking about? And like when people listen to this, are they here to be bullshit? Am I trying to be something I'm not? Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
two different mindsets.
That's kind of dope that you look at it like that, bro.
Yeah.
Because like you kind of looking at like think about what you said first, pretty much. Yeah. So you don't just
I don't just ramble.
Caught saying some nut shit.
Yeah, for real. If you ever hear me freestyle versus like freestyle, I'll be talking about crazy shit. Yeah, that's my influence. That's what I grew up listening to. So those are the bars I go to first. Yeah. When I write, I sit down. I've never held a gun in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I've held a gun and shot it, but like I don't tote pistols. I don't sell drugs. I don't do none of that shit. Yeah. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it was a long road for me to be like, what am I going to write about that people are going to resonate with? Yeah. That's also still going to be fun. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to preach. Like, I'm 20 years old. I don't know. I can't tell you how to live your life. You know what I mean? And like, I feel like a lot of artists can come off like that, and especially if they're talking about higher up, like knowledge, wisdom, that type of shit. It could come off as like you think you're better than us or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like arrogance.
Arrogance, exactly. So I want it to come off as more like, this is how I live my life. If you fuck with it, you do.
If you don't, you don't. Yeah,
I just want to be sitting here smoking my weed.
For sure. I feel like
people
at the end of the day, you still you.
Yeah. I feel like people will resonate more with that type of music for sure, but that's dope.
That's what I'm finding out.
The more you are real to yourself and like you express that, trust me, a lot of people will mess with that.
Yeah, because then like what they can connect with is real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like you just lying at the. Nah, I'm telling you how I'm doing, things going on, life is like, you mean?
Yeah, and then it's cut and dry because I feel like if you have a facade and you're trying to portray a certain image, then it's like people can be confused, and some people will think they like that until they find out who you really like. We all know celebrities that like, I met that nigga in person, he's an asshole. You know what I mean?
Of course.
He just plays the part nice or whatever. Yeah. And it's like, I don't want to do that. I want, like, when you see me on stage, that's the nigga that you're.
That's who you're gonna see. Yeah.
That's why you hop on the crowd with them, same person.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you know how they say, don't meet your hero type thing. Yeah. You don't want to be like the don't meet your hero because they're bad. Nah, this is me. My music is me, and you getting me 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course. I respect that for sure. What? I respect that.
A lot of thought went into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, a connection you made at the Keystone stage is Decipher. I met Decipher a while ago. He has a contract with the stage. They do a lot of shows there. He's always at the open mics. What's your relationship with him?
So the way he found me was strange. It was like I tell him it was like a movie type shit. You know what I mean? So I went and did my first couple open mics at the Keystone to try to get my name out there. And Sam from the Keystone stage, one of the like co-owners, she actually contacted Decipher and told him about me, and I was like, that's fucking dope, because there's not too many hip hop artists that go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not.
The ones that do, he already knows type shit. So it was a new face, and she was like, oh shit, you gotta come see this kid. And so he came down to the next open mic, but he missed my set. So they were like, we going again type shit. So I went on, did 2 more songs. He was there with a couple of dudes from his crew, and I'm like, bro, what is going on? There's like a dude, like a manager dude with his crew in the crowd. I didn't know anything about him, you know what I mean? So like, I'm nervous as hell, bro. Like, this dude's coming to see me, I don't know, you know what I mean? So I went up there and did my thing. I just acted like it was earlier, you know what I mean? And he hit me up after, like we went and mingled or whatever, had a conversation, and I found out what he was about and what he does. And I found out about Roseamp, the label type shit. And he said that he has a hip hop show once a month, and he was like, you got a slot if you want. And I was like, damn, like, you just met me, bro. That's crazy, you know what I mean?
He really messed with it.
Yeah, so I felt like I had to take the opportunity, you know what I mean, or else it was going to just go. So good thing I did, because I took that opportunity, went and did it, and then all the dudes from Roseamp were like, yo, we got to do some shit, you know what I'm saying? We got to do it. So I got in the studio with Decipher, and I got to like actually kick it with him, you know what I'm saying, and then kick it with a couple other Roseamp members and some of the guys that are affiliated with them, and everything clicked. It was like, it didn't feel like business. It felt like I just met some homies, you know what I'm saying? So
That's really dope, bro. I'm sorry to interrupt because that's a whole different. None of them are really from out here. Like yeah, they're all from Wilkes-Barre, so that's dope. Different category for. I've been trying to get with them too, bro. I want to introduce some Wilkes-Barre artists. That's dope, bro. For sure. Yeah.
The Cypher, he doesn't really. He sheds light on like pain and like emotion and what's afflicted him throughout his life. I don't know. His music specifically to me is moving. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he's the head of it, and I think he teaches all the rest of them, and like is a mentor in a way. You know what I'm saying? And like I think he's also smart enough to learn from them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because not just one sided; it goes both ways.
For sure, bro.
Yeah.
So you're all
Everyone
learning
can learn
together.
something.
If you're considered the leader of a group of 7 people. Why would you try to teach them everything? That's 7 people that can teach you something. You know what I'm saying?
That's what makes you a good leader. If you can also take in information and learn from them too.
Yeah, because then you can show each of them what they don't know about each other.
And they might show you something that you don't even know or you didn't realize.
The leader reflects the group.
Exactly.
I feel like I do that all the time with Team Scoobidy.
I do agree with that.
Every one of y'all all the time and put it into videos.
Yeah, you're a great example.
Yeah, a great example.
You don't walk around with no arrogance. You're very humble.
Thank you.
And you definitely listen to what everybody says for sure.
Yeah, I make that like the most important thing in Team Scoobidy because I've lost Team Scoobidy members, right? And I've learned that communication is key, so I try to hear their input and put it in as much as possible. It's the most important thing, bro.
Yeah,
but
that's great leadership skill.
Thank you. All right. Any artists you like want to work with in the future, vocally? It's okay to say no. I've had artists just say no. I'm not working with no one, bro.
It's not. I've thought about it, but like I was telling y'all earlier, I just got with my own couple group of artists, so all my attention and focus is going to them. But I'm not opposed to working with anybody, especially like. I don't know. My thing is like I'd like to come see them live, and I don't want to listen to your clip on Instagram, and I don't want to go listen to your sound like on SoundCloud or Spotify, whatever. I'd like to come see them perform and meet them, and then see what's up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just because my first like collaboration was with the Cypher, and that's how it went, and it felt very organic.
Yeah, for sure. Make a memory with it. Don't just make a song. Put it all together. For sure, that's dope, bro. So I have another question. You have any plans to make a music video? Work at North Star Films, 3 False Prophets. Hit them up. Maybe make a video soon.
I would think about it. Yeah, I would think about it. Definitely. I just
would you like would you like an open mic drop or would you like a full scale video, like the mic hanging?
Like, all right. So I would want it to be like me. Like, you ever seen like Mac Miller's music videos?
Yeah.
Like niggas that are just like riding on skateboards. And they're just kicking it in the park. That's what my music video.
The new skate park in Wilkes-Barre would probably be a great place for a video like that, bro. That would be dope.
That would be fire.
Perfect, bro.
Yeah, that would be fire. That would be fire.
That would go hard.
Yes. So, like, for me, J. Cole, Nas, and Kendrick are, like, my 3 people that, like, influenced me to, like, listen to, like, different kinds of music. Because, like, they don't just rap one thing and, like, don't just listen to my music. They talk about other stuff. So, is there anybody that like, influenced you to like do music or like different genres of music, not just one specific type of music?
Yeah, big time. I'm a big believer in letting all genres draw inspiration. You know what I mean? So ironically, man, my biggest source of inspiration lately has been stand-up comedy. Right? I want to start off with that before we get into the genres. Yeah, just because. I think about it like this. When I get up on here on this stage, right? I get my microphone, and then there's music behind me that carries me through my performance.
Yeah.
They don't got no music, man. It's just them. And they're not trying to make you bop your head. They're trying to make you laugh, which is so much harder. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely is.
And it's a written set. It's like, bro, when I say funny shit, it's always off the cuff. You know what I mean? Every time I say something and everybody laughs, it's like I just thought of it right then and there. So to sit down and write a whole set that makes everybody get the reaction you want, it's like nobody can control a crowd like a stand-up comedian. You know what I'm saying? Once they got it, it's over.
Yes,
bro.
once the vibe is already,
I'm not a comedian. I've never stood up on the stage, but I've been studying it. I would love to give it a try. Maybe go to Keystone and give it a try one night. I really want to. I wrote a set even. Right? Like, I fuck around, write songs, so you write songs. I feel like when you write songs, it comes natural sometimes, like in those moments. When I write a stand-up set, it's the same thing. I got to be in the right moment, and one hits it, and it all comes natural. I feel like that's how it comes for them. It's just the same as music. I feel like they go hand in hand, bro.
It's the muse,
bro.
You got to respect the muse, because all this, like, I don't know. I've heard a million people say this, and I definitely resonate with it. I do not come up with any of this shit, man. None of it. I'm an antenna, and this shit all exists somewhere already. All the music and art you've heard, you tune in.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? You get on the right
Yeah.
wavelength, and then you're tuned to the right radio station type shit in your brain, and then you just get flooded with ideas and creativity. You know what I mean? And it's like, I almost don't want to take credit for it, because it's like, right now, if you gave me a pen and paper, I don't know what I'm gonna write, but like, I could come up with some shit if I get in the right zone. You know what I mean? So I think that's all it's about for me, is getting in the right zone type shit.
That's dope. That's dope.
I do want to touch back on my other influences, though.
Hey, go ahead, bring
Yeah.
it. Is there any influence that you really like listen to hard? Heavy?
Yeah. So I'm a big music head, right? It's like, I listen to all types of shit, and I'm just a fan, period. So my top genres are rock and roll and hip hop, for sure. Hip hop was my... Oh, hell yeah, that's the shit. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, my favorite rock star is Hendrix all day.
Yeah,
Jimi
of
Hendrix,
course.
that's my
Lex
man.
playing turning the guitar upside down, bro.
Like, come on, bro.
Crazy.
Shit was wild. And just, like, his story, how he came from, he was in the army, he dropped out the army, lived in Seattle, moved to the UK, and took shit over. Like, they were like, this crazy black kid with a big ass, bro, was playing guitar upside down. What the fuck is going on, bro? He's on acid? Like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
bro. He's crazy.
So fire.
yeah, so he's my biggest influence, because he's got the biggest fuck you to what's going on.
Is that your mom's putting you on, or is that you going out and looking?
That one's me.
That's
that
you?
was me. Yeah, my mom and my dad both had big influence on me musically for my taste. My dad listened to a lot of hip hop and R&B and even soul music, so a lot of black music, you know what I mean? And that's even where I got the inclination to go to blues and that type of shit.
Yeah.
But my mom exposed me to everything else, and she actually sat me down when I was a kid and said, don't ever diss any genre of music. Always be open to it.
Same thing to me, bro.
Because if you could vibe to the music, you could be anywhere. You know what I mean? Literally.
Yeah, bro.
You could go hang out with anybody
I
type
listen to
shit.
country. I listen to any type of music, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's okay, bro.
I listen to music, but I have my preferences. I do and don't like certain things. I'm not gonna lie. I listen to all kinds.
Everybody
of
does.
Yeah, like I like certain country music when they get too deep in the country.
Yes,
like,
yeah,
nah,
me
you
too,
lost
bro.
me.
Yeah, I don't, because I'm not going to sit here and tell you I listen to everything, because
Yeah.
I don't throw on no opera music. That shit
yeah.
don't happen. I don't throw on Russian instrumental. You know what I mean? There's so much
You
music.
know the singer from Queen?
Yeah.
When he did an opera album, that's the only opera music I ever listened to. Right before he died, he did an opera album. That shit went hard.
See, because even that, it's like in some respects I can talk.
Yeah, you know it's weird. I will say I don't know where I got this infatuation from, but classical music, I like hearing the instruments. I don't know what it is, but I just like hearing just the instruments. No words, no nothing.
Like how they start. Like I hear it in my
pure
head.
instruments.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's dope for sure.
Yeah, I love I do love orchestra, especially with strings, man. Strings hit.
I don't know what it is.
I think for me, it's because growing up we heard a lot of it and we didn't know it. You know what I mean? Because like those two genres I named, hip hop and rock, you can't define them. They're a combination of all other genres of music. You know what I mean? So it's like for me, when I like listening to just that, it's because in the middle of it, some big ass kicks and snares and some nigga rapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like just to hear that piece, it's like, damn, this is pure. Like,
so we were talking about your music career heavily, and like, what are your goals for the music?
So, goals for, I don't know, that's...
Do you have a peak? Like, for me, bro, I want to be behind the stage at Rolling Loud recording a behind-the-scenes video. That's my
I was
goal.
going to ask, do you want like a moment that I know I made it type shit?
Yeah.
Word, I want to be like performing at a big festival. You know what I mean? Like that's, like I'm not here for like money or fame or nothing. Fans and fame I think are different. I do want to have fans. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. I think my peak and where I'm trying to get to is, like I said, being able to perform at a festival and being able to put other people on. Like, I want to have enough relations and connections and experience to be like, because I didn't have that shit, you know what I'm saying? So I want to be like, to another up-and-coming artist, like, I can get you a slot here if you're serious, you know what I'm saying? I can get you a performance, I can get you an interview, whatever, you know what I mean? So I just kind of want to be in the industry, because you know the entertainment industry is poison. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're blood-sucking vampires everywhere, dude. So I just want to be another good man that people know they can go to in the industry. You
That's
know what
dope,
I'm saying?
bro. For
Straight
sure.
up.
I feel like right now you could, if you have a friend that's artist, if they need something at Keystone, you could help right now, and if they need an interview, you could text me anytime.
Hell yeah. I definitely will. Yeah, I definitely will.
Of course, bro. One of the things I want to talk about is your next song, bro. When's that coming out? new
It's
release?
coming out on Friday. Man.
Friday?
Yeah, featuring Decipher. Me and Decipher collabed and got together. It's called Tempo, and we'll be performing it actually at the Keystone stage. They're having a show. Doors open at, I believe, 9 o'clock. Show's over at 2, so if you're interested, pop out.
Dope.
So yeah.
I love the Keystone. All ages. That's the best
Yeah,
part, right?
all ages.
Yeah, all ages,
Oh,
bro.
wow.
They don't sell alcohol, so it's all ages.
Oh, okay.
I'd be on stage, it'd be a 6-year-old around.
Yeah, it's all
That's
ages.
fire. Exposing all ages.
They'd be lit too.
Alright, so last thing we try to ask everyone is advice for you, since you're so fresh a year in, is advice for anyone that wants to become an artist, like fairly right now, like they just want to. You got any advice for them?
Like just got into whatever
Yeah, they just
art.
got it. They started putting it to the paper.
Not even music, any type of endeavor you're getting into that you're just starting, don't be afraid to suck. You just started. You're gonna suck. Everybody sucks when they first start. Enjoy it. Enjoy the process and watch you go from sucking to not sucking. It's the best. Like watching yourself go from being trash at something to like, wow, like I'm really figuring this shit out. That's the best piece of it. That's more rewarding than anybody giving you any sort of validation. And keep your mind open. Like there's like I said, stand-up comedy is my biggest influence right now. You know what I mean? So
You never would have thought of that when you first started.
nah,
right?
I
Yeah,
never would have.
sure.
Exactly. So having an open mind and being able to draw inspiration from everywhere is a superpower that people just take for granted. You know what I mean? So that's my advice. It's okay to suck. Be open-minded.
Sometimes you gotta fail to succeed, you know?
Exactly.
For sure. Guys, this is the end of the video, bro. Thank you so much for watching Big Scoop. Make sure you go check out all his music and pop out to the Keystone stage. You gotta follow him on Instagram. Make sure you follow us and check out Team Scoobidy on TikTok. Wait.
Shout out Team Scoobidy.
Nah. Shout out to the V-Spot. Yo, what
Oh
do we
my
think? Yo,
gosh.
make sure you come to the V-Spot,
I cannot
bro.
condone the shit that these niggas be on. You can be a king, so why you trying to be a don? Trying to get a ring with all my niggas like LeBron. See a thin line in between a pro and con. Right before my eyes it disappears and then it's gone. I just gotta find it in me, fix what could be wrong. More